Alright, y'all, so breaking news, not so breaking news, right? Errol Spence Jr. does not want to fight Danny Garcia, even though everyone was talking about that was going to be his next fight. They was talking about it was supposed to happen January 25th. There was negotiations, blah, 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 blah. Hey, if y'all want to be real, if y'all watched the stream of the Errol Spence versus Shawn Porter fight that I did, I actually called this. I said, I don't see this happening. Even though I saw them meet in the ring, I said, I don't see this happening. I did this before when Manny Pacquiao beat Keith Thurman. Errol Spence walked in the ring. You know what I'm saying? When Errol beat Mikey, Manny walked in the ring. That fight didn't happen. This happens all the time. When Deontay Wilder first walked in the ring, or vice versa, when Tyson Fury walked in the ring against Deontay Wilder all those years back, they ended up fighting until like 4 years later. This is how it goes, right? So I never actually saw this happening. One, because after watching Shawn Porter versus Errol, you can argue that Shawn makes everybody look bad, right? Which is true, but also it does show that you can take a shot from Errol, and you know that gives someone like Danny Garcia, who's probably the only welterweight with one-punch knockout power in the division. It gives them, it gives them something to actually go off and to make them feel confident going into a fight against Errol, or maybe something Errol and his team doesn't like. I never said anyone's ducking anyone. I never said anyone's afraid of anyone, because all these guys are fighters. They do this for a living. No one's afraid of no one. But what's best for the business is always something you have to keep in mind. And what's best for the business, in my opinion, is fighting Shawn Porter for the rematch. That's what Errol wants. That's what Errol said. He said it on his Twitter, I believe. He said, let's run it back to Shawn Porter. He wants that fight. How do y'all feel about it? Is that the fight y'all want to see? Would y'all rather see the rematch between Errol Spence Jr. versus Shawn Porter? Or y'all want to see Errol versus Danny Garcia? If Errol doesn't fight Danny, or the fact that Errol, he didn't actually publicly say he doesn't want to fight Danny, he just says he wants to run it back. But if that is the narrative, do you think, is that because Errol feels like he may not be able to beat Danny? Or do you think Errol just sees there's no reason for him to fight someone like Danny because maybe he may not gain anything from beating someone like Danny? What do y'all think, man? Let me know. I want to know y'all opinion on this whole situation. It's looking like we're going to have a rematch, y'all. Stay positive, always.